Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Uncensored match build-up show. Liverpool taking on Swansea City at Anfield on Saturday in the early kick-off. Yes! We've woken up. We've just recorded our final word to the Plymouth game, which was it. Well, it was actually a very interesting discussion. That's on the redmentv.com now, which you can go over and watch. But the game itself was an absolute snooze fest. This is the real deal, though, Chris. Back in the Premier League, you know, we've got 2 Premier League games left in this month that are the bread in a cup sandwich, as it were.
Go ahead.
And, you know, this is the first time that I can't remember the last time we had this. Got yourself some stats up there.
I'm going to get some.
The first time that I can remember in ages that Liverpool have been the first game of the weekend gives us an opportunity to get some points on the board and make our rivals think about it for a change, rather than us always being the fucking last game and having all that pressure on us.
And that's it, isn't it? And I think, you know, I can't wait to see how this team responds to this set of circumstances. I think we've responded bloody well to the other set. You look at we've dropped a little bit of ground, but it's very difficult when it seems to be every weekend that this is happening, and you're going to have to go out there because there is a mentality issue where you see Chelsea steamrolling teams time and time again, and you're just starting to think, you know, we were above them and then we're below them and then we're 6 points and then it's 7 points, and you're starting to think for a mentality shit they're just going to keep on winning, and they do because you've seen it. And then there's so much pressure on you. So it's going to be nice to actually flip that for once, hopefully get some points on the board, and these players go, do you know what, Chelsea? Fuck off. The pressure's on you. You've got a game against Tottenham Hotspur coming up, who are in great form. We need to put some pressure, not just on Manchester City, but on Tottenham Hotspur as well, because they're in great form as well.
Yeah, I think the thing, the flip side of this, of course, John, is that I also have this memory, whether it's born out or not, whether it's one of those irrational football-related fears.
Apologies, sorry. It's Man City Tottenham, not Chelsea Tottenham.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry,
I think I said Chelsea.
I feel that we struggle in the early games. Like we always seem to it takes us a while. We don't seem to start these games like a house on fire or whatever. We always seem to be a bit flat in these kind of matches. So again, it's another one of those where it's a different test, but. And Swansea, obviously, new manager, all that kind of stuff. We need to just need to get a grip on this game, and dominate it.
We seem to struggle against lower level teams. Both. But my hope is that, in a weird way, is that I think they'll actually come and want to play a bit of football. You know, they've made a few signings already. They're one of the few teams that's been quite active in the window, and they've got a new manager who likes to play football. So I'm hoping they'll actually show up and do a bit. You know what I mean? And I'd be more reticent if they were still under Guidlin or under Bradley, because I think he'd sit back a bit and maybe be a bit more compact and just look not to give a goal up. I think now they're going to play a bit of footy, which I think suits us, to be honest. And I think it'd be better as well because we're slowly getting the players back who let us play football. Firmino's slowly creeping back into form. Coutinho might feature. So
yeah, it's going to be an interesting one in terms of how we line up with the front three. We'll discuss that in a moment. Trivia question first, though, before we crack on. I want you, if you're watching at home, I'll do the answer later on. But name 7 former Reds to have played for Swansea City since the millennium.
I've got 3 so far.
There's 3 obvious ones. Fairly obvious ones, and there's 4 quite tricky ones. So yeah, let us know them in the comments below, and we'll answer. I'll test the boys and we'll answer a bit later on.
I didn't get the 3 obvious ones. I got 2.
Okay. I'm interested to know. I'm interested to know which of there's one super obvious one. You see, no, I didn't. There's one that you've got. There's one more obvious.
I know you said 3, and I've got 2.
No, but there's one more. There's one more obvious than the second one that you've.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought so anyway. There's the first 2 that I got didn't include that. Anyway, you can't see this. It's terrible television. It's terrible radio. Let's just crack on. The front 3, Chris. If we are to play a front 3, if we do play 4-3-3, what we've seen in a few instances so far this season is. No Phil Coutinho, so we've seen Firmino move out of his natural position and play on the left, and we've seen Origi start central, we've seen Sturridge start central. What we haven't seen a great deal of this season is what happens to that when we've got Coutinho available, Firmino available, but no Mane. It's not a situation we've had to face too often. So it does pose the question, who best fits the right-hand side of a front three, again, if we were to go with that?
I have no idea, mate, to be perfectly honest with you. I have literally no idea. I tell you what, when we were playing Burnley, before that game, I went on the Anfield Wrap on City Talk, and I'd suggested before that game that we move Wijnaldum out there, because at least you can replicate his pace, if nothing else. Yeah. You know, his familiarity with the position is a little bit different because he's obviously played a lot more on the left-hand side than otherwise. But, you know, we've got a midfield available to us where we could put Wijnaldum there, because Chan could play with Adam Lallana and Jordan Henderson in the middle. What's more likely to happen is that we're probably going to see Adam Lallana there again, and a three-man midfield of Chan, Wijnaldum and Henderson. I think that's something that, you know, whether I like to see it or not, I think I'd like to see the diamond, but, you know, Sturridge was withdrawn on, I think it was 65, 66 minutes the other night. Maybe that was a withdrawal because he's got a game coming up at the weekend. Likelihood is he's not playing 2 games in a week. It's a fucking tough question.
Yeah. John, I would be inclined to, and I've said this before, we've not seen evidence that this will happen. I would just pick, I think we've got 2 of our 3 best attackers there, which allows you to play Lallana in his best position behind with Wijnaldum and Henderson. We can basically put our best team out, with the exception of Joel Matip at centre half, but whatever. And, you know, obviously Sadio Mane on the right hand side. And I would be saying, we don't need to go mad on this one. We should be able to throw in someone who does that job more naturally. Let's look at Shea Ojo, or let's look at Harry Wilson, or even Woodburn again, whatever. You know, I think we can afford to play a young player in that position without having to, because we've got better fits throughout more of the team. Whereas you start moving Lallana again,
2 or 3 positions a weekend.
That's my concern.
No, I'd like to see Ojo get a run out there. I think there's got to come a point where you say, is he good enough to do it, kind of thing. You know, like, can he fill that role in the squad, and do we need to go get someone? And there's no team we're going to play in the league better really than Swansea to play at the minute, is they short to maybe Hull or Sunderland. You know what I mean?
Particularly at home as well.
So for me, it's the best time for him to get his minutes and see if he can do that job.
Yeah. Alternatively, I mean, I'd say the diamond, we just don't know, which again is a good thing. It's not because I love to know the answers. I love to know the answers to everything. But
on the diamond, actually, which is me, I'd like to see Lallana drop deeper again. So how would you set it up? Because I'd quite like to see Coutinho in the 10 and maybe Sturridge and Firmino. I think he's a bit wasted out wide.
I think again, that's the beauty of Phil Coutinho back in contention for the start. You could do almost exactly the same as you did against Man United, except that Adam Lallana goes into becomes one of the side positions instead of Emre Can or Wijnaldum. More likely Emre Can. You play Coutinho in the 10 and blah blah. But you could easily swap one of those 2 around. Phil Coutinho, I think if he's fit and given the game, you go from 60 minutes to a start, to a proper start in a proper senior game. It's definitely a possibility. Once again, Chris, I don't envy the starting 11 predictions. I never do. But yeah, this is another one because at least you can guarantee the formation.
Most times, yeah, that's it. Like, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, you know, it's the fact that the thing that makes me struggle with it is the fact that we played the two other strikers just gone, and that makes me think that it's just going to be Firmino up top. Yeah. And, you know, that's why I don't think it's going to be the diamond, because I do think that, you know, we're going to play 2 wide players with Roberto Firmino, and I'd hope to see Phil Coutinho back on the side, of course.
I think he's almost, as I say, it's one. I actually got the question: does anyone? Obviously, I'm not sure anyone's played their way into the side from what we've seen. Who hasn't been in the side, hasn't started the game against started the game last weekend, but I don't know that. That's what basically that. I think Phil Coutinho walks in because he's Phil Coutinho. He doesn't have to play his way into this team. He's just so good that he goes in. But I think that's it. I think that's the only obvious player that will make, you know, that will naturally come into this team. Everyone else, there's major question marks over, because you're right. You would say Daniel Sturridge would to start over Origi because he played less minutes in the week, so he should be fitter. But it's Daniel Sturridge. You genuinely don't know whether he was withdrawn because he's not capable of playing more minutes than that? Or did he pick up a knock? Or was he hooked because he wasn't performing well enough? No fucking idea. Good luck, Jürgen. Good luck, Jürgen. Let us know your thoughts, actually, what you think we will go with, particularly just the formation. Do you think we'll go 4-3-3, or do you think we'll go 4-4-2 diamond? Let us know in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, actually, give this video a thumbs up. Apparently, YouTube's all over the likes at the moment. So, yeah, if you like Phil Coutinho, give the video a thumb up right now. Key man prediction, John, who do you think?
I think it's a game where they're going to play a bit of football, like I say, so I think Firmino will probably get a goal. I'm going with Firmino.
Needs a goal, doesn't he, really?
Does really need a goal.
Is it 1 in 12? Something since he last scored?
Wow. It was 1 in 3 earlier on in the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was that point where we were, 3 months ago, but basically, pre-Coutinho injury, really, to be fair, when we were saying, if he doesn't get a goal or an assist one week, he's definitely getting one the next week, and he's just gone through a bit of a dry patch, hasn't he? So, yeah, that's a good chance. He does need to get back to form, Chris.
Adam Lallana, in both a positive and a negative sense, to be perfectly honest with you, because I think if he's played in his position, he's going to be the key man, and I think if he's not played in his position, he'll be the absence of the key man.
It's up to him to make himself the key man, and is not what's now not his position. Yeah, no, that's an very interesting shout. You know what? Phil Coutinho, why not? Come back in, get back on the score sheet, remind everyone that he's boss and that we're boss. And then let's get back to just winning games well. That'd be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. If you think that'd be nice, give the video a thumbs up.
If you've already done it, don't, because you'll unthumbs up it.
Give it a thumb. No, it's fine. John, what do you think? Go prediction.
I think it'll be a comfortable but slightly vexing 2-0. I think we should get 3 or 4, but it'll be 2.
We are known to be vexing.
I'm going to go with a 1-0 win to Liverpool.
No, I'm having a 4-0 Liverpool all day long, yeah. Maybe a 4-1 if we want to make it interesting. Let's get back to the one where we smash the team, we're comfortable, and then we switch off and concede a fucking frustrating goal to fuck the cliches. We haven't had one of them in ages. So no, let's get back.
Ruin my fantasy team again.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get back to doing that. That'll be smashing. Okay, trivia then. Thanks for staying tuned all this way. 7 former Reds to have played for Swansea since the millennium. Go on, your 2 obvious ones, Chris.
Alan and Shelby.
And the 3rd obvious one?
Devon and Go.
No, that wasn't the 3rd obvious one. Fabio Perini.
Oh shit, yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
That's 4.
But Davin and Go's a good shout, so 4. So therefore we've got 3 left. One of them was a loan. We had on loan recently.
Moses?
Nope. But Moses is a good shout, Tom, because he's been on loan fucking everywhere, hasn't he?
Corker?
Stephen Corker, yeah. And 2 wingers. Wow. One of them, I think we're talking the very late 90s. He played for Liverpool. He was Welsh, ginger haired. Played a handful, but mainly just played in League Cup games for us. And the other one...
Did you say he was a winger?
He was a left winger.
Every word you say is reducing my capability to answer the
Yeah,
question.
and the other one was a right winger.
Clues are meant to help you, aren't they?
Right winger in the mid noughties around I think Rafa Benitez signed him from either League One or the Championship. Winger, but he was never really very fast. I don't think he really got an opportunity in the first team, and then he left. No, nothing. Leighton Maxwell.
Yeah, no, never heard of him.
You've never heard of Leighton Maxwell. Shut up, you know what Leighton Maxwell is. And Paul Anderson was the other one.
Never heard of him.
Never getting that.
There you go. If you got all them right, you're an absolute. You are a trivia savant. See if you can find some way to make money out of that. Anyway, yes, thank you very much for watching the show this week. Give this video a thumbs up, yeah. I don't know if I've said that already. The what?
It's eggheads.
It's eggheads.
Yeah. How to make money out of that?
Oh right, sorry. Okay. Cool. I thought you were saying I'd not been insulting people, right? No. Shut up, you eggheads. But yeah, click on the Redmen TV logo, subscribe, and we'll see you over on the redmentv.com post-match for the final word.